I made a mistake. I'm pretty sure there's 2 boys and right. Straightened out the document. Hi everyone, happy Mother's Day. I'm Stephanie, the director of Wild Care. I just want to say happy Mother's Day to all the mothers, the human mothers, the mothers of the fin, feathered, the furred, the scaled. We're all mothers. And I'm really excited to share a special baby with you today. So on Wednesday, we received, from Tufts Wildlife Center, we received a tiny little duckling, just a couple of days old. And it had been found in Uxbridge. It was wandering and peeping, calling for its family. So it was a baby Hooded Merganser, which is a type of duck, and little duckling that was left behind. And so we got the duckling and we had to take it home for a few days and nights to force feed it because the baby was very stressed. Ducklings are very stressed without their mother or siblings, and so it wouldn't eat on its own. And so we had to syringe feed the baby every 2 days. And we also had to have it tested for avian flu before we could give the baby to Ilean, who is our resident Mallard foster mom. So we were really lucky. We got the baby on Wednesday, lots of care. And then on Thursday afternoon, we introduced the baby to Ilean because we got negative avian flu results for the baby. And so we introduced them, and first it was a little rough. You know, Ilean, she hasn't had babies since last summer. And so at first it was like, what's this little thing that wants to sit under me and on me? But now you can see, I'm going to switch the camera and you'll see that Ilean has fully accepted the baby, which is wonderful. It's also part of Ilean's job, but we are so grateful. It's the best Mother's Day story that we could ask for. So let me turn the camera around. Ilean's a good mom. And so that is the Hooded Merganser baby, who's been with us since Wednesday. And Hooded Mergansers are a diving duck. They're totally different than a mallard. Ilean is a mallard. And their diet is different. The Hooded Mergansers, they actually will eat some fish. They eat a lot of small crustaceans, aquatic insects. And but their diets are similar enough that we can have them together. It's basically more important at this time that this duckling has a mother to imprint on, because the baby was not eating on its own. And as soon as we put it with Ilean, he started eating. So that's just what we wanted. And you can see he's wet. He's been sitting, loves to sit in that little bowl, which is all dirty now because he's been in there for the last 20 minutes. And now he's preening and waterproofing himself. Are you gonna go back in there? I'm gonna throw them some mealworms and see if they're interested. I think they've been eating really, really well. Mealworms? No? Jennifer said they've been eating really well. We've been putting, as you can see, there's all kinds of stuff going on in here. Little bowls of water, different food. We've ordered some Missouri diving duck food, starter food for the baby. And so they have been eating really well, so they don't seem very interested right now. But we are thrilled, and we made page 2 of the Cape Cod Times today. Great Mother's Day story. And you can see if you look at photos of ducklings that we've shared, this duckling looks very different than, say, a mallard duckling or a wood duckling, which have, you know, streaks across the eye. They're much more yellow. This baby has, you can't see it here, but he's very dark, and the breast underneath is a creamy white. I want everyone to look up Hooded Merganser, and you'll see they're a very beautiful bird. They actually develop a crest. The female gets a striking sort of golden crest, and the male gets a black and white crest on the head. So we don't know if this bird is going to be a male or a female. You can see the breast there in the mirror. So sweet. So you can see this baby is not fully waterproof, and this is what happens. So ducklings, their feathers are not structured yet to repel water, and they know how to preen. You know, as soon as they hatch, they start preening, they dry off, but they're not very sufficient at it, and also their feathers are not structured to repel water. So what happens is ducklings are in a lot of contact with their mother. Whenever they're out of the water, they're under their mother or in her feathers. And so then her oils on her feathers transfer over to them, which helps them to remain waterproof. And so he's getting better. You know, when we first took him home overnight, every time we would tube feed him, he would be placed into warm water, and he would immediately drink and also immediately get soaked. So it was important that the water was warm, so his body temperature didn't drop. But now we're seeing, you know, in some areas, he's starting to have water bead off his back. I can see from here that he's still a little bit wet. So anyway, this is our special duckling and our very special mama. Thank you, Ilean. You're such a good mom. Such a good girl. She lets the baby go under her, which is wonderful.